Tell me about what's going on at the college level. I know there's some stuff going on that's kind of like making things complicated.
Yeah, January 2nd, like right after New Year's, we get an emergency meeting as a team. And he goes, at this moment, after careful consideration, we will be cutting men's wrestling. That got viral, and then a bunch of news stations picked it up, and a bunch of articles were made. And now we can't even wear these shirts anymore because it defames CBU. So,
really?
Yeah.
They don't seem to. It sounds
No,
like just supporting.
in the video, they one of the guys said, like, this is our voice. Like, we don't need to have our voice on singlets. Like, this is our voice. Yeah. But now they said we can't wear anything anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I like that you're wearing it, especially because people are telling you you can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brick by brick.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Brick by Brick. I'm Brad Critchfield, and this is the podcast where we build community one conversation at a time, brick by brick. Today I have a very special guest, Kayden Cartee, Mayfair wrestler, standout extraordinaire, phenomenal career in wrestling at the high school level, now going into college level. And I know there's a lot to talk about there.
Yep.
But go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Kayden Cartee. I wrestle at Mayfair. I was a three-time CIF champ, Masters champ, and a state placer.
Nice. When was your last match?
Ooh, in high school or college?
High school.
High school. It was early April. It was at Nationals in Reno.
Okay.
Yeah, I won that.
And so now you're on to college.
Yep.
And tell me, how has been the transition from high school to college wrestling?
It's a lot different. It's like starting back over from going to middle school to high school. It's a lot different wrestling. It's a lot more patient. Yeah, can't just go boom, boom, boom. It's a lot really, really defined, really precise.
What is your biggest takeaway from your high school wrestling career?
Ooh, I just want to relive it. Just make every moment count.
You miss it already?
Yeah, I do miss it already. Just watching the state championships, I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had a few injuries along the way, right?
Yeah, I had two torn labrums. My sophomore year, I actually had surgery in my left shoulder. Yeah. Popped out probably a dozen times during practice, dozen times off the mat. It was just a clean slice in my labrum. Reattached it all together.
How do your parents feel about you wrestling?
My dad, he didn't really want me to do it after a bunch of injuries when I was younger. He wanted me to kind of just call it because it's just dad being dad. But I was just like, let's just do it. Let's just keep going. I can make the most of it. My mom being my mom, she doesn't want me to do it. Yeah, she just wants me to play video games all day. Yeah. How to do that.
Well, really?
Yeah.
So your mom is supportive of like you playing games?
Nah, she's just supportive of me not getting injured.
Just anything it takes to...
anything to not get injured.
But it is the coolest thing about being a parent, and one day you probably will be a parent. Mm-hmm. Like you kind of get to be a kid again. Yeah. So it kind of like a lot of things come full circle. Because I used to play a lot of games when I was younger, and now with my kids, I'm like, all right, cool. Like I get to do that again.
Yeah, that's the thing that with me, like I kind of like never really grew up. I kind of just played video games to like keep my mind off of like weight cutting or anything like that. Like I can actually be a kid again, actually enjoy something.
What's the most addicting video game?
Most addicting? I want to say Roblox.
Roblox, really?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff on there. I used to play that a lot when I was younger.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you might be right.
Yeah. It's so many. There's so many opportunities. There's so many games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and lately, like the kind of not resurgence, but like esports is a big thing now.
Oh yeah.
And really like big. there's opportunity for kids who are into it to actually kind of get some of the same experiences that other sports get when they're good at something.
Yeah, and there's actually scholarships for that too. It's actually, I don't know, it's actually crazy. I never would have thought of that. Yeah. I just thought it would be like when you get pro or whatever, like you just make money off of that, but not for actual college.
Yeah, no, dude, the sponsorships, the scholarships, like all of that.
I know, Mayfair's pretty good too. I heard.
Yeah. Yeah, the Wiz, Coach Wiz, he's really spearheaded that whole program.
Yeah. And
he's doing good stuff. Shout out Wiz. He still kind of like throws in my face that his podcast episode was like the most viewed. So
I think I can change that.
Yeah. If you've been in an auto accident, don't get mad. Call the pad. Preferred Auto Design is Lakewood's #1 auto body and collision center for a reason. Owner David Ariano runs a first-class shop with honesty, quality, and care you can trust. So remember, you get in an accident, call the pad. Tell me about what's going on at the college level. I know there's some stuff going on that's kind of like making things complicated.
Yeah, January 2nd, like right after New Year's, we get an emergency meeting as a team. And we're all just like, what the heck's going on? And then we all go to the wrestling room. You know, we're kind of just joking around like, oh, like what happened? Did coach get fired? Oh, like, oh, what if our program get cut? Oh, all joking about it. And then our coach comes in. And then 2 minutes after, our actual like athletic director comes in. And he goes, at this moment, after careful consideration, we will be cutting men's wrestling, and along with men's swim and dive and men's golf. And it's probably a minute conversation. And he just walked out. Didn't even tell us, like, not even like a build up or anything. Just laid it right down, and then just expected us to figure it out. We all just looked at each other like, what's going on? And then our coach is crying. And he's like, I'm sorry, like I couldn't help you guys. It was a weird day for all of us. Like we didn't know what to do. Not even a build up, not even like hinting at us like, hey, your program may or may not be cut. Like just laid it all out. Now they're also under a lot of fire because of a recent video that came out. I don't know if you saw it. I posted on my story. It's before our duel on last Saturday. It's a video of a meeting that our athletic director or a deputy, I don't know, acting director, I don't know, whatever he is. He called us up before the duel and says, because we all didn't want to wear CBU singlets. We had our own singlets made. And he threatened to end our season early if we didn't wear the singlets. And basically said, like, if you guys don't wear the singlets, like, you guys aren't going to wrestle anymore this season. So that got viral, and then a bunch of news stations picked it up, and a bunch of articles were made. And now we can't even wear these shirts anymore because it defames CBU. So
really?
Yeah.
They don't seem to. It sounds
no.
like just supporting.
In the video, they one of the guys said, like, this is our voice. Like, we don't need to have our voice on singlets. Like, this is our voice. Yeah. But now they said we can't wear anything anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
So like you can't wear. So you can't wear.
Oh no, we can't wear it during traveling and like wrestling events. Like they can't wear it at Big 12s or NCAAs. So, but we can like all the non-starters can just wear it around campus, and then just go up to me like, hey, what's up, dude? How you doing?
It sounds like a little bit of infringement. On
it's like, dictatorship and freedom of speech. Yeah, dude. That's what we thought too.
Well, I like that you're wearing it, especially because people are telling you can't.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of us are wearing it. We always wear it as much as we can, but dirty laundry.
This episode of Brick by Brick is brought to you by Herthy Foods. Go to herthyfoods.com and use promo code BRICK at the checkout and save 50% off your order today. They're the best single ingredient supplements out there at the best price. So go to herthyfoods.com, get a great product while supporting your community podcasts. So is it already decided by their board? Like it was a final decision that he was bringing?
Yeah, they made the decision on Christmas, and they didn't tell us until a week later.
So was there like rumblings about it? Because like things like that probably have to go before.
There was no rumbling or anything. That's the thing that we're fighting about is there was no buildup, no hint, no anything. So what position does that put you in? Because you get a scholarship to go wrestle. Yeah.
And so you're going to the school. And then they cut the program that you had the scholarship for. So what is that?
They told us they'll honor the scholarships if we want to stay at Mayfair, or not Mayfair. If we want to stay at the university, like they'll honor like our scholarships. We can stay there all 4 years. We just can't wrestle. But many of us, we want to wrestle, so we all have to transfer.
Interesting.
But a lot of people don't have the opportunities like some other people have, so they actually have to stay at the university because they don't want. Some people are going for engineering. And not a lot of schools have engineering and wrestling, so they kind of have to stay at the school.
And so they'll honor the scholarship for all 4 years?
Yeah, they'll honor the scholarship all 4 years. And the thing with us is, since our program gets cut, like per NCAA rules, our team enters the transfer portal right away. So a team can scoop us up right away rather than having specific times at like different sports.
Right.
Yeah, we can just find a school right away.
Do you have a place in mind?
I have a couple. Yeah, I'm gonna take a couple of visits after like everybody's season ends.
Where are you thinking?
Southeastern, I'm gonna probably take a visit. Vanguard and Costa Mesa. Probably a couple other schools, maybe Cal State Bakersfield, and then just a couple other schools.
It's a big wrestling town, right?
Yeah.
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 Where is CBU?
Riverside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to stay.
I want to stay local if possible, but if I get a good offer somewhere else, I don't see why not.
Why do you think they cut those programs?
From what they said, they want a Title IX, which is you have to have the same amount of percentage in men and women's sports than admissions. So if there's 62% men, you have to have 62% men in sports. But we didn't really believe that. And
wait, say it again.
So Title IX states that you have to have the same amount of men and women in sports and in college admissions. So if there's like 60% women, you have to have 60% women in sports. And we kind of went over that.
So they cut the programs that have bigger disproportion.
Yeah, and well, in reality, they posted also a statement that they wanted to invest more money into different students into different programs. So they just wanted to just save money overall.
Yeah. Do you fear that will happen at other schools?
Yeah, it's a big thing. I feel like wrestling's being attacked right now. It's a sport like with Stanford a couple of years ago, like their program was getting cut too, but they actually managed to save it. And I think Cal State Bakersfield too, they're having that same issue too. Utah Valley had almost the same issue too. So it's an ongoing thing, just attacking like wrestling and a lot of Olympic sports.
Yeah.
Because they want more opportunities for like not nice programs, but more entertaining programs, because they don't really think wrestling is entertaining.
Some programs have a big draw with wrestling, but would you say overall, like, there's less participation in wrestling programs when it comes to events, like attendance?
Yeah, I feel like I had a lot of issues with that in like at Mayfair too. Like they didn't really pay attention to wrestling as much. We kind of actually had to fight for it.
Yeah.
And like at a bunch of other places too, like nobody really cares about wrestling. They want football, basketball, and stuff like that. Like we don't even have a football program at CBU. They just want to put it all towards like basketball, softball, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
They feel it's more entertaining, I guess. And not a lot of people really think about wrestling when they think about sports. They think about like football, NFL, NBA. They don't really see wrestling as an entertaining sport.
Why are they wrong?
They just haven't done it. They don't know what we're all about. They don't know how much we sacrifice. We sacrifice our bodies. We're going to sacrifice our minds, our everything.
Do you think it's under attack because it's more physical, like more like a testosterone based, I guess? I don't know. Brutal?
Yeah,
like
I would say yeah, because they haven't done it. They don't see, or they don't feel what we feel. Like they don't know like what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want like the basketball, stuff like that, football.
Yeah, I advocate a lot for a wrestling team.
Yeah.
Because I've been a wrestler and I've just been in the room a lot, and I honestly believe that wrestling is the best mix of individual and team sports you can have, where you're accountable to your team, but you succeed on what you bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sports like don't have that proper mix.
Yeah.
Like you can blame a lot on other people on a football field, but when it's just you and your opponent, like you are going to contribute to the team based off of your individual efforts. I think it's the best mix. And wrestlers, I think, do so great having that experience in the real world because it translates really well.
Yeah, I feel like we're like the most disciplined people too. Like every wrestler I met's super disciplined. And I know a lot of people that like were in really rough places before wrestling, and they got into wrestling, and then it honestly saved their life from getting into trouble and stuff like that.
Do you feel like it saved you in a way?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, after my injuries, I was thinking about calling wrestling because I really didn't want to get injured anymore. But after talking with like Coach EB, my dad, and all the coaches, I actually finished out my high school career. I was really close to ending it my junior year.
Did you struggle through high school?
Mentally wise, or like?
Yeah, like did you have like if wrestling saved you in a way, what benefit do you think it brought you? Do you feel like high school would have been easier without wrestling?
No, not really. I feel like it brought me mental clarity. I can just go inside the wrestling room, wrestle around for a little bit, and I feel like a million times better. Just it's like just getting it out of you. Like we just beat each other up, get it out of you, and then I feel like a brand new man after practice.
Yeah, I've had a lot of conversations about wrestling in particular, especially when it comes to mental health.
Yeah.
As a district, we value mental health services and like providing all that, but I always tell them like one of the primary mental health services you have are athletics.
Yeah.
And for me, when I was wrestling, my mom had just passed, and I think like without wrestling, like who knows like what path I would have like taken.
Yeah.
But always knowing that there was something to kind of center me and like focus some of that anger, some of that frustration, and just like knowing like there was a place for me to like work some of that out.
Yeah.
Was super beneficial. And I don't think any counselor or any wraparound service that they could have offered was going to do what wrestling did for me. And that's an anecdote, but there's a lot of kids, and we see it whether they're battling sickness or family problems or anything. Like wrestling is a place for them to center themselves, be surrounded by people that care and are going to guide them. And I think that gets overlooked, by they're just wrestling on a mat.
Yeah,
like so much more.
I have a lot of guys at Cal Baptist that like if they ever have girl problems, we just go in the wrestling room, beat each other up for an hour or two, and then it's just like nothing ever happened. It's just I feel like if I wasn't in wrestling, I'd be probably partying and stuff like that, and I don't know, I'd probably end up in a ditch with my car, all scrambled up. Like
right,
I just have something to focus on, an actual goal.
Yeah, I think part of the thing that kind of keeps you straight when you're wrestling is like it's really hard to go party or eat bad or drink when you gotta go cut weight and show up in the wrestling room the next day.
Yeah, I feel like it's also the coaches too. I feel like a good coach makes a good wrestler.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm glad I had amazing coaches and amazing supporting staff.
Yeah.
Just kept making me feel good, making me look good.
Yeah, I was really sad when we lost Coach EB.
Yeah.
But it seems like the season this year went really well.
Yeah, for Mayfair it went really well. We actually sent 4 people to state, so
yeah,
that's really good.
For the girls to win CIF is huge.
That's really huge. I would have never thought of that.
Yeah,
everybody showed out really good.
Yeah. So I'm almost so like pumped up and excited and proud of the wrestling program at Mayfair that I have to like kind of hold back sometimes because it can be a little I'm a little biased towards wrestling. I'm just like, I'm human. Like I'm more familiar with that. If I was a, baseball player, I might, but all of our programs are really great, but I've always just had a deep respect for the wrestling program and knowing the impact that the coaches are making. And I also think wrestlers on campus, like they lead by example.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They're a part of the positive culture on campus at the high school level. I don't know how it is. That how it is at that college level?
Yeah, I mean, at my high school level, whenever I went to class and I ever mentioned me being a wrestler, like it's just like, oh, I know EB keeps you guys in check. Like I don't have nothing to worry about.
Right.
So that's also a really good feeling. And I mean, at my university, it's like really an athletic school. So everybody, like all the teachers are very respectful towards athletes. They are really understanding of us traveling and stuff like that. So it's honestly just a good look in general just to be an athlete at a school.
Do they take it easy on athletes? I didn't do athletics in college, but do they take it like easy on athletes a
Yeah,
little bit?
to be fair, yeah, they're very understanding. Like if you miss like a quiz or something, like you have to tell them. You have to make it up. I mean, some teachers are kind of just like, no, you have to tell me 2 weeks in advance. But some teachers are just like, yeah, just come back and you can take it.
Yeah.
It's not really that, and everything's online too, so we can always just travel and do our work too. So it's just super convenient in general. That's why I really like the school.
So you stayed, you still stayed in contact with the Mayfair wrestling team. Like you still keep
Yeah,
tabs on like
I
everything?
keep tabs on wrestling. I that's what I do every day. I just, if anything ever happens, I just look at wrestling. Like I just look at not even just high school, but college level, international level. Like I'm just always like looking at wrestling.
Who's somebody that you trained with because you'd be a grade older that competed this year that you've just seen like that you've been really impressed with their growth?
Ooh, I have a few people. I'd say probably. I mean, honestly, the whole Mayfair like the whole Mayfair like program, like you got Carrington, Rihanna, Hayden, Cadence, Josh, TJ. He actually is the only one that made it to state, and Sam, Hawk, all those guys. Like they all just have done really well. Like they've grown a lot this year.
Yeah. Do you ever go back in the wrestling room?
I have a few times. Yeah, I have a few times. I kind of just ran him through a few drills, and it's just good at seeing everybody like still respect like the opportunity I give them, just coming back in and just teaching them some like actual good wrestling, and they respect me as a person, so I can't go wrong with that.
Do you see yourself coaching in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm probably gonna coach like right after college.
Yeah.
Probably be a grad assistant somewhere, or even probably, I don't know, go coach at a high school or something.
And what do you want to do? What are you going to school for? Engineering?
Business administration.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do a minor in finance.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do with that?
Just to have it.
No,
Just to have it.
Sounds pretty useful, actually.
Yeah, just to talk to people like how I am right now. Just make connections.
But
That's all
what-
I really want.
But what do you want to do after college
Um,
outside of coaching?
Just get a job. Yeah, have a good job.
What kind of job?
Just probably a salesman like my father. Yeah,
Yeah.
he talks to people every day, and I just want to have like the connections that he has. Like he has connections for a bunch of things, like tickets for like concerts or something. Like just want to have that connection if I ever want to go to a concert or something.
So do you so it's hard with like, so I feel like if your dad's a mechanic,
Mm-hmm.
like you can like kind of like learn stuff from your mechanic father, and like there's a take your kid to work day type of feel.
Yeah.
But with sales, like how do you feel like your dad's job and career, like how have you learned from that? Like how do you know you want to do that, like through his experience?
It's just respect people. Like don't like assume like the first time you meet them. Just respect them, and then like they'll turn out to be actual good people. Like I really admired that, and I just kept that all throughout my high school, college career.
Like how have you ever seen your dad at work? Like
Yeah, I've seen him, and then it's like everybody respects him because just the way he is. Everybody respects him as a person and the things he does for the company and stuff like that. Like, and that's what I want to be when I grow up.
So a lot of like interpersonal skills you kind of picked up. Yeah, but that's a big one that you said, because there's one always assume the person you're talking to knows something you don't.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of like very like base level sales training that's really just good for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So just sometimes like just being able to connect with people, have conversations, and really convey and communicate.
Yeah.
Like that is sales.
Yeah.
Right.
I just love everything about just being able to just help people as I can. Yeah.
What would you want to sell?
Whatever.
Really?
Like, sell pens, stickers. It doesn't matter. Just go out and try.
No, sales is fun.
Sales is fun.
There's also a rush to it too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
there's a total like it. I could see how somebody would feel like it's like a boring suit job, but there is like a rush. Like when you get a sale, like it's sales is competitive.
Yeah, you want more.
Yeah, and I feel like if you have a competitive spirit, sales can be very, very good.
Absolutely.
That's cool. So would you work with your dad?
That's the plan. Probably start at the lowest of the low at his job and then just build up.
Yeah.
Just build up.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you were at the Lakewood Youth Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
It was fun. It was my third year going in a row, second time becoming Performer of the Year in wrestling. Overall record of my high school career too. So it was a fun experience just seeing everybody.
What was the overall record?
116 and 20, I think, 21.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 15% of my losses were my freshman year. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little asterisk.
Yeah, a little asterisk.
Yeah, that's cool. What's funny is, so after the event, a person who was in the audience was asking me like, "Hey, I heard you guys are cutting the Mayfair wrestling program," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "We better not be."
Yeah.
I was like, "Not that I know of," and they're like, "Oh yeah, one of your students said they were cutting the program." So like, I was like, what is going? So that's when I looked up like the CBU stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that's what
they're talking about.
So you said that, and then they thought like,
oh,
like, and so it was one of the city council members, and then somebody leaned over to him and was like, you better talk to Brad, dude. They're cutting the Mayfair. I was like, oh shoot, like it's yeah.
I forgot. A lot of people assume I'm still in high school. Like going up there, I'm like, no, I'm a freshman in college.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot to specify that. I wish I could go back and say that.
No, it's fine. I told him, I sent him the article. I'm like, no, dude, this is what, this is what it is. And plus, they know I'm on the board. I'd never let them cut wrestling.
I mean, after all we've done, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't think they let it go.
No. We do have a problem with equity with wrestling between Mayfair and Bellflower, and that's something that I want to address too. In our district, Bellflower doesn't even have a wrestling room.
Yeah, they kind of roll out mats, right? That's what I've seen.
Yeah, it's difficult, but I'm hoping we're doing a lot of stuff like with like a future bond and like a facilities plan. So I'm hoping something happens there.
Yeah.
But I'm always going to advocate for it.
Yeah, I heard about the stadium at Mayfair, and I was like, what the heck, yeah.
Yeah.
The AD was like, yeah, dude, we're building the stadium.
Yeah,
I'm
we
like,
waited till you were gone. Yeah.
That'd be so fun just to go to.
It'll be cool. And when and I'm hoping we still do it. But when I was talking about it with Coach Evie, I was like, one of the first things I want to do on that new stadium is have a exhibition, like a charity event where we roll out the wrestling mats like in the middle of the stadium.
Oh, that'd be so cool. And it's
gonna be me versus Coach Evie.
That'd be so funny.
I'm gonna get worked.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna start training now.
Yeah, he'll probably throw some kicks and blows in there. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. How often would he get on the mat a lot?
No. We would kind of mess with him. Like he'd wrestle with like, I don't know, probably like Cadence or Hawk or whatever. And it'd be kind of funny watching him. He's like all stiff and stuff.
Yeah.
It was
as a coach, you don't want to be on the mat a lot.
No, it was like once every blue moon that he would.
Yeah.
Like if he was like really riled up that day, he would just come and wrestle or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd always laugh when he starts like hand fighting with us or whatever.
No, it'd be fun because I try to train once a week just to kind of like keep doing it. I mean, really. So my wife laughs at me because like she knows, like I'll come in and I'll have like the look on my face, and like the look is, I still got it.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's the only reason you go. So you can, like, just so you know, you can still do it if you need to, but you can't stop wrestling. I even got Greg back there. He started coming into wrestling with me, and he likes it. I think he enjoys it. We've been doing some jiu-jitsu. What do you think, Greg? You like it?
I think it's very fun. I don't know why.
Can I tell you what he told me? The reason why he didn't want to go last week.
What is that?
He said, because we go on Fridays. He says, I don't know if this is how this is going to sound, but I feel like being sore on the weekends takes the fun out of the weekend.
Oh, I messed up a whole weekend.
That is true.
It's like
I mean, I was kind of on the fence, but it makes sense.
I feel like if you're more consistent with it, if you go twice a week, maybe then you won't be.
That's the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the problem is I don't have time to do more,
right.
And I don't want to do it like with half of my, they say, you got to do something all the way, and I don't want to do it like half-ass. So.
I feel like you didn't want to say ass right there.
I did. Yeah, because there's a youth here.
Oh, it's not a youth.
I know. He's a total man. He's a total grown man.
He's a grown-ass man.
Yeah, so half-ass. You don't want to do nothing half-ass.
There you go.
And
we're getting edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, and I know for Greg too, like there is, despite like, you know, feeling sore, it's like there's just a release that comes out of.
Wait, I never said that. I never said release. Don't rope me into this.
All right. Anyway, do you ever see yourself stopping wrestling?
Maybe when I'm in a wheelchair, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'd still just stay active. Like keeps my bones feeling good. Keeps my joints loose. Like I feel like when I don't wrestle for probably a couple of days, I feel the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a nice little rest period, and then come back and I feel even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get hooked on your video game, and you forget the game.
Or when they're traveling, and then we have like a 15-minute practice with no coaches there, and we just all leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stuff ourselves with food and then come back.
Help me out. What do you think is one thing, kind of looking back to your time as an athlete at Mayfair? What's one thing you wish would be better, like the school as a whole, to like support wrestling, or even, you know, some of the sports that you thought didn't get a lot of attention? Like, let's start there. Which sports do you feel like got the least amount of attention?
Say golf, because I did a couple of games of golf
Okay.
with the team too, and nobody really talks about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I golf. I golf a little bit too, but nobody really talks about golf. And then I feel like everything was focused on like basketball and football.
Yeah.
Like nothing. Like we would get maybe a couple recognitions for wrestling and stuff like that, and everybody on campus knows like wrestling is really good, but it's never really talked about.
Yeah.
I just wish it was talked about a lot more, because then we'd have a lot more kids wrestling. And I feel like you find like a diamond in the rough. Like we've had a couple of diamond in the roughs at Mayfair that just started out in like intramurals, and then they became like really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just having those kids having that opportunity to focus on something rather than, you know, risk their lives partying or something like that.
Right.
Mm.
Who's the best wrestler to ever come out of Mayfair?
Me, mostly. I mean, I'm
Who's
biased.
The second?
I'd say Alan Kinnett.
That was cool.
I'd say
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I would say Alan Kinnett. He's the only state champ. That's the one thing he's got over me is a state championship.
What year did he go?
2001.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's really old. And I'd say,
I mean, I would
yeah.
say really old.
I would say probably we got Malachi Lyles, Justin Pinchawada. You had a bunch, like all the names like in the wrestling room, all the banners, like those are all really good wrestlers. But I'm really biased. I'd say me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your banner up?
Yeah, my banner. I have a banner up in the gymnasium too. I have my CIF three times on the CIF, and then one on the Masters.
Is that on the new banners that we put up?
Yeah, the new
Okay.
banners. Yeah, and then we got a couple in the rest. I got one in the wrestling room just for my accolades.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you think when it comes to recognition, like how do we recognize like our say you win CIF or you go to state?
Mm-hmm.
What recognition did you get as an athlete at school?
Probably a pat on the back and then just a bunch of congratulations. But I remember my first time winning CIF at Mayfair, we had like the band got together or whatever, and like we were at like break time or whatever, and then we all got like a recognition of like a bunch of us going to Masters, and then I feel like after that like nobody really recognized us anymore. Like we didn't have any of that.
So what did they do? They did that. Like,
They had at like lunchtime they had like a section squared off, like you know where the Big M is or whatever at Mayfair. Yeah, and all of us Masters qualifiers were there, and they had the band playing for us and stuff like that. And like these are all the people going to Masters, yada yada yada. It was kind of like a rally.
Yeah.
It was like a rally, but like it was like a football rally, but just for wrestling. And then I've never had one of those ever again.
When was that?
My sophomore year, so 2023.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does the band come out and like support?
They never did when I was in high school. They just started doing it like when I went back for family night at Mayfair Duel.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's when I saw cheerleading and band there. But they never did that for when I was there.
Before you left the school, was your banner up on the wall? Did they do like a unveiling?
No, it wasn't there. It just got put up. I don't know. It got put up like really recently, probably like right before Christmas, maybe right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, I didn't really get an unveiling or anything.
Do you think it kind of takes a little bit? I mean, there's part of the conversation is it's not about the recognition.
Yeah.
Sure. But
yeah, I mean, but with the amount of time and sacrifices, I feel like a little bit of recognition.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you think like it kind of takes a little bit out like that, like the banners go up after you're already out of the school?
I mean, I don't know. It's a very, I don't know. I don't want to be like mean, but I'm not really like cocky, but I would like a lot of recognition for what I've done, but
I don't want to be cocky, but I would like a lot.
But like I said before, like I don't really care for that anymore. I just
banners take time.
That is true. Banners do take time, so that's why I'm like kind of just like whatever, that's fine. But I don't know, a little appreciation or something. Just something. Yeah. Just for, I feel like a lot of time I had in the room, a lot of bloody noses, broken shoulders. Yeah. So it's something.
But they usually do like when they do put the banners up, there's like some type of assembly, right?
No, I've never had that. They didn't even put the banners, like when I won my first CIF championship, they said they were gonna put the banners up like that following year to like build up, like keep adding people, but it didn't happen until like just this year, like after my high school career. So it's kind of like.
So how long did it take?
3 years just to put everything up. Yeah, 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know banners take time.
Yeah, they take. Yeah.
But they don't take 3 years.
Yeah.
My personal belief is, and it's not like a criticism on anybody. It's just when you have success and achievement, you celebrate that achievement while the students are still there.
Yep.
Maybe near the end of the year, maybe you have one assembly for all of them, whatever. But we can't say we support and value athletic achievement in our district if we're not willing to display our pride.
Yeah, I agree. And I agree 100%. 3 years like kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I got my recognition at the Hall of Fame, but other than that, like,
do you like those events?
It was really nice, really good food. Yeah. I like the pot roast. I think this is the third time in a row I had it, but it's super good.
What's your advice for students at Mayfair that are in wrestling right now?
Just stick with it. Stick with the coaching staff. Like sometimes they're gonna bust your balls, but just stick with it. They'll be fine. It'll all work out in the end. Like you're gonna regret like not liking it in the future, because I still regret it to this day.
What's an experience that you had that you feel like they would learn from?
Probably on the verge of just calling it my junior year, when I was close to calling just wrestling in general. I feel like a lot of kids, like whenever they lose a lot, like they have like that same mindset, but it's just having a good coaching staff, having a good family, having a good just supporting staff, like a supporting aspect, like that'll help you a lot.
Yeah.
Because that was probably one of my lowest times in like my life, and that like I was just like, what am I going to do without wrestling? And then actually finished it out, went to practice the following week, and got it all out of me, and then I haven't been the same ever since.
Nice. Yeah, I always have to remind myself, like when I'm debating on going to practice. Yeah. Like sometimes it's hard to get there. But I've never went to practice and regretted going.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, I still have that too. Like, dang, because every like Tuesday and Thursday we have like live days, and we have like live days at 7 a.m. We're like, we don't want to do this. Like, it's just an hour just straight beating each other up, but afterwards we're all like, all right, cool. Like we got that out of us. Yeah. But it's just sometimes like it's hard going there, but right after you feel like $1 million.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I don't know. I guess if I got really injured, I might be like, oh, I should have skipped that. But that's a little different.
Yeah, no, I pulled my back a couple of times, like at CBU, and I kept wrestling on it. But other than that, like I haven't regretted a single practice.
Yeah, I just had the neck surgery. So every time I go to practice, I'm a little hesitant to go because it's not really doctor recommended. Yeah. You know? But the cool thing is, like, when you get older, like, people take it a little easy on you. Yeah. And then you just gotta like pretend that they're not taking it easy.
Yeah.
And then you get to go home and you're like, I still got it.
Oh,
Just gotta-
I know. I can't wait to do that when I'm older too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just beat up on a bunch of kids as a coach.
Yeah. What's give me some final thoughts.
Just save wrestling. It's a very, very difficult sport to do, and I feel like we don't have enough recognition for it. And it's hard as somebody who's been wrestling for like basically all my life, like just seeing like not a lot of respect for it, a lot of respect for other sports that don't do like what we do.
So you'd say across California.
Yeah,
So
I would just say across the nation in general, international too. Like we have a bunch of wrestlers in like Iran or whatever that are about to get executed just for speaking out, and like the
Wait,
rest.
say it again. I missed something.
In Iran, there's a protest, and a bunch of like young wrestlers are getting put on public execution just for speaking out against their leader, and it's just hard seeing that like as a wrestling community, because these kids are world-class athletes, world champs, world silver medalists, and they're getting publicly executed just for speaking out against their leader.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that
It's
recent?
not really talked about. Yeah, it's not really talked about.
Like how recent are we talking?
This year, probably.
Well, yeah, there've been protests going on in Iran,
Yeah.
but I hadn't heard any of those specifics. But
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that there was protests and that there was people being killed in Iran, so that makes sense that would be happening.
One of our coaches, he coached for Iran. Coach Mustafa, he came here as an immigrant, and he coached a bunch of those kids, and it's really hard on him to just see a bunch of that.
Yeah. Well, keep up the fight.
Absolutely.
And thank you for everything you've done for Mayfair, the program, the other athletes over there.
Absolutely.
And I expect to see you over there when you have time. And I feel like you're always going to keep giving back.
Yeah, we can roll around one day if you want.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm old. You're gonna.
So you're gonna take off from here. You're gonna go get all A's at your next semester, your last semester at CBU. You're gonna find a new dream school to go to. You're gonna start up that next fall, and then you come back and tell us all about your journey.
Yep, I'll be right back here in the exact same spot telling you what I've found.
Awesome, brother.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Critchfield. Appreciate it.
Mr. Critchfield.
That's it, dude. Mr. Critchfield.